Now, Tiffany, despite the fact that she stabbed Molly in the back, and then she was given another chance and she stabbed me and Trollup in the back, more so Trollup, because I always had her fucking ticket marked. To me, she was just an info cow. So, you want to say that me and Trollup called Katie's mother, do you, Tiffany? Okay, so let's have a look at the live recording. Now, I was doing you a favour, Tiffany, because I knew how this would go down. And I've also recorded a little bonus section of us recording Max. And then I'm going to go through all of the conversations that we've had. This is just the two I've gone through quickly now. I'm trying to make a spliff at the same time. And I'm going to show exactly how duplicitous and fucking slimy you actually are, Tiffany. So should we go straight into the recording? Live recording. Now, they like these things recorded live. So let's switch down the volume because we don't need it. I've recorded from the very moment that I opened my phone. So here we go. Now, this is me talking to Tiffany previously, just showing you that there's all my chats. Now I'm moving the recording out of the way of spaces. I'm going into what used to be mine, Tiffany's and Trollup's chat. And as you can see, I've just said I've kicked Moser out of this conversation, and I think removing her is the right thing. Trollup says 100% I'm going to convert this to a space chat. It doesn't change anything. It just puts in the other area and allows access to the files easier. So now you see me using the search at the bottom. I'm going to search a keyword. Heather and Doris have been my two keywords. So let's have a look. Let's go back to that moment. Right, so she says, I say something archive. Will Heather ring her? Right, because she's told me that she's spoken to Heather. Heather is the golden child. This is Tiffany. She mentioned how disgusted Heather was about the way she treated women, especially. Heather hates this shit. And I say it depends if Heather looks around and sees it. And she says, now that I know that's Heather, I'm pulling all my clips of the Katie audio, making a sock account and uploading them to a black screen with only the time of night it occurred on the screen. Maybe I'll do it like a clock. I put, it's her number because voicemail, because Tiffany has told me that she's checked it out through the voicemail. Voicemail, did you? It's Heather. Fuck knows what I'm saying. So I put, Heather has some sound bites because I'm laughing at what she says she's going to do, the clips. So there she puts Heather's number. This is Tiffany putting Heather's number. And I'm talking about Katie's eldest son. I said he was with Heather after Canada. Silly bitch, Colin was with Heather after her Canadian trip. Remember, this is not the conversation. This is search clues that lead to, if I clicked on them, it would open the conversations up. So Tiffany says, yeah, Heather this morning, and she blocked me. I sent it to Doris and Heather. I say, call Heather. Now, look, I'm showing you that it is Tiffany I'm talking to. I say, call Heather and tell her to go listen. Heather, Johnny, Athern, I say, okay? Now, Heather this morning, and she blocked me. So when Heather and your mother received voicemails after they blocked Tiffany, yeah, I encouraged her. You were ringing up Jeff. You kept contacting Jeff. I thought sauce for the goose was sauce for the gander. You know me. So then I go into the chat. Heather this morning and she blocked me. Fuck, okay. Okay, she's seen it though. Tiffany says, I also screen recorded all her channels and videos. I'm sending them as well. Let me check. So I say, okay, she's seen it though. She says, I need to find another way. I'm going to make an account and make clips. I'll do what I did to Ollie. Start posting them in the community groups of Flatwood, Kentucky. The Ollie one was silly. Hers ain't going to be. I would call her sister withheld and play Katie raging about getting here for 15 years. I don't know what. Anyway, she says that's not a bad idea, actually, Tiffany said. I say, just hit play. She said, I just found all that info. I know exactly who sent it to me. Felix. Yeah, exactly. I put as soon as she answers, even better, I'll get her voicemail. I want them to hear Katie's accusations as well. Read the kids on dark web, kids on Craigslist, Katie's cancer. I say read her sister. She say exactly, Tracy. The most important thing that is going to resonate with them is the potential danger she claims these kids are in. And yet she's still here. The threat she makes and the sickness. Times of days she streams. I'm going to work on a video. Has to be short, no more than 5 minutes. The highlight of this. And I'm going to plaster this shit all over Facebook, everywhere. I say, I will help. I've got a good sock. I say, if you've got the sister's number, I will play her screaming her head off. Now, remember, she's already been blocked by your sister, all right? KK, let me grab it 1 second, she says. And I say, who the fuck is this? Because something else has popped into my head. She says, that's the creep who was involved with Sharon. Okay. So that's number one. That is quite plainly Tiffany saying that she was blocked by Katie's sister in the morning and that she had sent the recordings of Katie to the mother. Now, I can't open up much of it because it's going to show Doris's phone number, Katie's sister's phone number, and the brother. I don't like somebody trying to pin their sins on me. The only reason me and Yaxley are meeting up is because they've insisted that we have. Then Katie's trying to preempt the fact that she's spoken at large to Yaxley, both in audio and text. So she's very worried about what's going to come out. This is why she's trying to push their Photoshop. That's why they wouldn't open them live. No, the reason we won't open them live is because we were saying other things in between, Katie. Because it would make our channels very flaggable, the information that we share. So let me look at the chat. That is full screen. That is full screen. It's recorded on a phone. But anyone can watch it on a computer. So that was me opening my phone from start. You can see where I go. You can see me use the search bar. So as a second bonus, because I found Tiffany quite audacious trying to pin this shit on me. Why did Heather block you if you weren't playing recordings to her? Why did you say about the mother? This was your bag. I encouraged you. That's it. She was ringing your partner. So here's a bonus one now, just for the fucking shits and giggles. Just so Tiffany remembers, because I think Tiffany has forgotten just how much we spoke about. I don't make it no. Oh, yeah, you see, because it's come out as a short. So if you're watching on a video, it'll be good. On a phone. So, Tiffany, you're the person who shared Katie's phone numbers that you got from Felix Pantaleon. You say it there. You're the one who say that you've contacted Heather and that Heather has now got you blocked. And I say, give me the number and I'll call. Except for you then give the number and come up with a better way that you're going to make a channel and you're going to send the links, which you did. You used the burner phone and you texted Doris and Heather, and I will show those when I can be bothered to record my screen. But for the meanwhile, while I was there, I thought, is this how you're going to play? Is it Tiffany? So let's have a look all about Tiffany, shall we? Not a chance. Bonus. Okay, because I don't mind, Tiffany, what I've said, because I never have any intention of being anything to do with Katie. So it doesn't matter to me. Do you understand? I make no bones of the fact that I despise the fucking cunt. So let's have a look at a bonus, shall we? Now, this search word involves Max. Now, hang on. Let me get my super duper goggles on. So I say, so Tiffany says, Boohoo is the Max of cucks. What does she mean there, do you think, Katie? She's using your son to describe what a turd she thinks Boohoo is. She says, Boohoo is the Max of cucks. Now, remember, this is not a conversation. This is search terms that I can then click on each conversation, and I'm going to, Tiffany. I just want you to remember how much we talked about. You can click on, I can click on each conversation, and then it'll open up all that we said. So then I say, Katie may well one day face that shit with Max. Tiffany says, Katie doesn't care about Max. I put, that's how she got Max pick, that Lynn was blamed and denied. We're talking about Jenny Girl. Are you stuck listening to her rage and Max scream? Because we're listening to you fucking squawking and your kids squawking on some live stream. Just like my threats to Max, Tiffany says. This is another place I could click on. Max has all the devices. Where the fuck did Max go? Meaning he's very quiet. All she has is me joking with you, saying she's hog-tying Max in the closet. And who takes care of Max and how does she get there? Then Trollup pops in. I'm showing that I could send feedback on these messages so that they're kosher messages. If I wanted to, I could report the messages. So then it's Trollup says, then Katie counters him, saying that Max had bad reactions to all vax got high fever. Then Tiffany's talking about a number that was sending her horrible messages about Max. Then Tiffany says, what is Max doing right now? Trollup says a Trollup sock came in and Katie put it up on screen immediately. It was talking shit about Max. It was a setup. Yes, and she's crying about Max being attacked, says Tiffany. And Trollup says DMM had Max in his title but spoke only about Noah. DMM said it was about Noah, that Katie made up a lie saying it was about Max. Tiffany says, oh, now she's saying I told DMM to cut up on a picture of Max. Trollup says there's no mention of Max, but he's still in the title. What the fuck? Tiffany says she's claiming I never once stood up for Max. Before Max, I put Max, who's neglected and used as a tool. Yes, we need to talk. I think I know exactly what went on with that photo with the Max photo. Katie never showed who Max sent that to. Tracy, we need to have a private chat when your live is done. So that's the way that Tiffany speaks about Max, to be honest with you. I'm not clicked on the conversations. They cause a fucking riot. I got no qualms with what I'm saying. I've never made any fucking secret of what I think. Yes, I will. I will any moment. So there you go. That didn't work out well, Tiffany. Now, I might be a cunt while I'm sat here. Let me have a look. Let me go into the spaces and see what else I could search. And I'll record something right now. Right now, for me, is 2:56. Maybe I should click on them. And you're stuck listening to her rage and Max scream. Maybe I should click on them. Yeah, fuck it. I'm just going to record this now. This is me clicking on one of those keywords. The time is 2:56 a.m. And I'm going to click on one of the conversations that you're seeing on the screen. So it opens up to, and I'm going to be posting it now. Tiffany, all she has is me joking with you saying she's hog-tying Max in the closet. Oh my God, she said today, which I think my statement to you was reasonable. Trollup said, sorry, I posted that. I was mad at you. Tiffany says, where the fuck did Max go? I don't care. I mean, it's a legitimate question. Trollup put, it was joking, banter. It was obviously jokes. Where did he go, for fuck's sake? Tiffany says, of course it was. I wouldn't say that publicly. Trollup says they think joking is a crime. They really fucked in the head. Tiffany says they're running around saying, Iblet, some freak, raped my kids for fuck's sake. Trollup says, but they can go on live stream and call everyone pedos. Tiffany posts a gif. Yes, agents contradicted himself so many times now about DMM. The whole world should hear with what DMM has to say. They also don't understand an injunction. So now I'm going to pause that. And I'm going to research Max again in the chat. Searching conversation. Max. And I'm going to click on another one of those. And then I'm going to post it while we're live. Okay. We're still recording? Yeah. Then we talk about Linzilla. But now I want to pause that. And I want to search Doris, because we can delete this. Fuck it. We don't need this up. Once she's exposed. And then she can wonder what else I'm going to be posting. You should have shut your skinny, twiggy little fucking cake hole, you. I wasn't saying nothing to you. Okay, so I'm going to start from here. Click on, hang on a minute. Right, we've called Doris 187 times. Put up websites. We threatened to rape Emily. I told Brianna Greathouse mum to fuck off. They've lost their collective minds. I went to talk about a book I'm reading, and Katie says I went live. I said I was exposing them all. She then posts a photo, a video. I say they don't know what to make of it because I'm being silent. They expect me to respond. Trollup Rullez says, Tracy, I think you being silent is making them lose their mind. Dozer, thanks for recording that. Talk about police custody. Let me assure you, Tiffany, all things are now on the table because of your lies. I don't mind that you stabbed us in the back. I don't mind none of that. What I do mind is when you try to paint me or Trollup as somebody who's done that. You spoke about Max in awful ways, not just the hog tying, about Katie's parenting, how you hold her responsible, how you believe she dropped him down the toilet when she was high. I'm going to find all those conversations. I'm going to start posting them. We were ignoring you, Tiffany. Now, Katie was the one who brought Yaxley back. Yaxley was perfectly quiet until I went to him and said, listen, I know you're not fucking bothering with nothing, but look, you need to see this. Katie's still going on about you. Now, if Katie wants to turf up all your shit, Tiffany, that's fine. But don't be using me as your collateral, Tiffany. Don't use me as your currency to get in goods with Katie. Own up to what you said. Yes, it was my idea to play the voice recordings. But you recorded them and you were already in contact with Heather. She had blocked you in the morning. You were also in contact with Doris. I got loads of conversations that you'd be horrified over. But you've forgotten, you see, I knew the wise thing to do was to kick you straight out of that chat. The minute that we knew you were being two-faced with Penny, I kicked you from the chat so that we had total control over it. And we would be able to pick and choose. And when you lied, we'd be able to get back through it. Exactly. That's what she says. She says lots of things. So there we go. There's who contacted Tiffany, Katie's mother. There's who got the number. She got them from Felix.